Officer, what's your name and badge number? Oh, no,
You're under arrest.
On April 27, 2025, 3 officers with the Orlando Police Department conducted a pedestrian stop on a male, while a 4th officer responded to assist with crowd control. Upon arrival, there was a white male and a Hispanic female who were standing next to the individual being stopped. The officer working crowd control ordered the male and female to get back 25 feet from the stop. The male turned toward the female and told her to get back as well. The police report states that the female, later identified as Emily Maldonado, became very irate and started to ask the officer about the circumstances of the stop. At the time, the officer did not know the full details of the stop, as he was the backup officer, and she was not a part of the stop. The officer then gave her another verbal warning to stay away from the stop, to which she began yelling and becoming belligerent. Maldonado's yelling was intended to impede the investigation of the investigating officers, and it provoked the 4th officer and the other officers on the scene to stop their investigation.
Stay back, 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 stay back.
There's no reason to get arrested.
Wait. Why?
Stay back. You can wait. You can watch over there, please.
Bro, there's no reason to get arrested.
Hold on.
You can watch, but there's no reason to get arrested.
You gotta go, sir. You guys are good. I'm giving you a lawful order to get back 25 feet, or you'll be arrested under the HALA law.
Okay.
This is your final warning. If you do not go back, you will be under arrest.
This is the moment everything changes. The officer clearly states this is the final warning, and that phrase carries serious legal weight. Once that warning is issued, any movement forward can legally justify an arrest under interference statutes. You can hear the tension rising, not just from the officers, but from the crowd too. And emotionally, this is where people often make decisions that feel right in the moment but have long-term consequences. Maldonado insists she's never been in trouble, which tells us something important. She doesn't believe she's doing anything wrong. But belief doesn't override the law. Would you have stepped back here, or stood your ground?
I will get ready to close up.
Can you call it?
I've never been in trouble. You can check my background.
So I can speak. And I talk
If you take another step forward, I will take you to jail.
Why?
Because I gave you a lawful order to get back. And if you advance forward, you will be placed under arrest.
Alpha on the 22 Delta. You got me at 13
Delta 14, 15, 16 Alpha X. If she comes this way, she's going.
I'm visiting. Have a flight tomorrow.
Stay back.
What's your name and badge number, officer? What's your name and badge number?
Hey, we're about to take this.
What's your
Good citizen.
Officer, what's your name and badge number? Oh, no,
You're under arrest.
And there it is, the arrest trigger. The moment she moves forward after multiple commands, the officer declares her under arrest. This isn't about attitude anymore. It's about compliance versus resistance. Notice how quickly the tone shifts. Commands get louder, movements get sharper, and control becomes the priority. From a legal standpoint, once an arrest is initiated, any physical tension or pulling away can escalate the charge, even if the person insists they're not resisting. This is one of the hardest realities of policing and civilian interaction. Intent doesn't matter nearly as much as behavior in that exact moment.
You're under arrest in violation of HALA law. I already gave you lawful orders.
No,
Get back. Get back. You're under arrest. Get back.
Sir,
You're under
respectfully.
arrest. Stop
No,
resisting.
I'm not
Stop
resisting.
resisting.
I'm not.
Stop resisting. Stop resisting.
You're resisting, but not.
Stop resisting. You're under arrest. I gave you multiple commands. Stop resisting.
You're under arrest.
¿Quieres que te van a the beach? Stop. Por favor, stop. Stop.
Sir, listen. I was just standing on the side.
You were given commands to get back. I already told you.
Sir. Listen, sir.
Ma'am, you're under arrest.
You're out with them.
Sir, I didn't know anything. I was just standing on the side.
No, you need to respond.
Officer 609 should be out here as well.
What am I getting arrested for?
They're double locks.
Sir. Okay. Sir?
Ma'am, you're under arrest. You want my information or be all over your paperwork?
It's
Get up.
fine. I mean, can you help me up? Sir.
Stand up.
I swear to God, I didn't. I was just standing.
I gave you multiple commands to get back.
Ma'am.
We'll wait on a
What's that? I don't know.
First, can we get a coin?
It hasn't left yet.
She has nothing to do with it. He was smoking. I told her to get back. She stopped and it came up. So dumb.
It's just these two?
He's not even 10-15. She just started intervening in the investigation. What's up?
Wait. Got arrested. I did not do anything. I was just standing right here.
She cut my hand.
You alright?
Yeah.
I did not do anything. I was just standing right.
This is the most emotionally charged refrain in cases like this. I didn't do anything. And from her perspective, she believes that. She wasn't committing a crime, wasn't part of the original stop, and wasn't physically aggressive, at least initially. But legally, the charge isn't about what she intended to do. It's about how her actions affected the officer's ability to do their jobs. Interfering doesn't require violence. It requires disruption. And this is where many people get caught off guard. So here's the hard question. Should intent matter more than outcome when someone ends up in cuffs?
I was standing right there, and somebody got arrested, and I put record on. That's all that happened. I'm normal. Not even exhausted.
I got an idea.
I'll put 19.
So, we'll wait on the 40. Let's pick it up Baker's 1015. We'll have the 40 come here and they'll grab.
No, it's just that I didn't do anything. I was just standing, and I was recording.
Delta 14,
what was
I'll have
happening
one
right
whiskey
here.
vodka 10.
I'll get you a bag.
I'm relaxed. This is weird.
That's gonna be trash. She can't have the vape.
The Colt 17 hours, the unit just
Zone 3, Zone 2, Teletype downtown.
Kilo 12 Alpha. Kilo 12 Alpha, Officer Vasquez.
We'll take a picture of this.
And no first smoking on me.
Kilo 12 Alpha, Vasquez. You still on the plate?
That's actually trash. Joe won't take it.
Response. 2249.
I had to run it. I guess I could. I need a Band-Aid. There you go.
I'm gonna try to call that 40 to come over here.
Yeah, I need a... They're bringing the van here.
The police report states the following. While attempting to place Maldonado in handcuffs, she pulled her left arm away from me and began to tense up. The officer instructed her to place her hands behind her back. However, she refused to comply with the officer's commands and tensed her arm to the front of her body. Due to Maldonado's evasive actions, the point of view officer and assisting officers had to guide her to the front of the building, where she continued to pull away from us and move her hands to the front of her body. Due to Maldonado's active resistance, the officer conducted a leg trip and assisted her to the ground, where she fell on the front of her body.
Now we shift from emotion to documentation, the police report. This is the version of events that matters most in court. The report describes tensing, pulling away, and active resistance, which legally justifies the officer's actions, including the leg trip takedown. Under use of force standards, officers are trained to escalate proportionally when a subject resists, even without violence. And here's why this matters. Resisting without violence is still a criminal charge, and once it's established on paper, it becomes very difficult to challenge. Do you think the video supports the report, or raises questions about how resistance is defined?
Maldonado continued to actively resist and attempted to get up. After the help of several officers, she was placed in handcuffs. Due to the woman's actions, she was transported to the Orange County Jail, where she was booked and charged with resisting officer without violence and interfering with a police officer on duty. If you enjoy the content we produce, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more.